Alright, hi there, good afternoon. My name is Tessa, and welcome to day 7 of Bookmas. So, I am sharing my 5 with a few bonus books of my favorite books of 2024. There really weren't that many. I'm hopefully about to reach my goal of 55 books this year, and I really only have like 5 stars and a few 4.5, which are the bonuses, and then I'm not going to share with you anything 4 stars and below, but know that there are some good ones, but I'm just not sharing them here. So, if you do want to know what they are, you'll have to watch my wrap-up video, which that'll be coming out in a few days. I think the 31st, maybe. Don't hold me to that. No promises, but okay, let's begin with my top 5. So, probably my favorite one of the year is The Suffering of Young Werther. I like it when it says The Sorrows of Young Werther. I think it's more poetic, but here we are holding The Sufferings of Young Werther. This is such a good book. I highly recommend everyone to read this if you like, romance, tragedy, classics. I don't know. It's just so good. Yeah. And I think it's kind of like underrated. I think at some point in the world, in time in history, it was like a top tier book. I don't know for sure. But somehow it's kind of like drifted a bit lower. It's time to rejuvenate its status, because it's just such an amazing book. So I wish I could tell you more about it, but I won't ruin it for you. Where to put? Okay. So I'd say this one comes next. Zombies in Western Culture, a 21st Century Crisis. This literally goes into zombies and what they represent in our, I said that strange, represent in our culture today, and it's just so good. And it kind of goes into, I don't know, just like the meaning crisis. It's in the book. It's in the title. There's 3 authors, but the most known name on there is going to be John Vervaeke. So, awesome possum book. Definitely recommend. It's short, it's quick, and I don't know. I feel like I always end everything like that. I don't know. Do what you will. Don't fault me for it. But kind of good. Okay. Number 3. Beyond Good and Evil. Pretty dang good. What can I say about Nietzsche? Or is it Nietzsche? I don't know how you pronounce his name. Nietzsche? But Beyond Good and Evil was very good. Very funny, which I know is like out of pocket, but I listened to the audiobook of this, and his, what would you call them? Like roasts of like when he would roast people or roast other ideas. Very good, very good. I don't mind, a little funny laughs here and there, and I mean, he was quite rude about it, but everyone's dead, so I feel like I can laugh. And it's just like the way he said it and the way he just delivered it. He's a little bit of an underrated comedian. But beyond that, aside from that little tidbit that I liked, what can I tell you about this book? It just goes into so many different things of life, and like the things about women though. Okay. I guess he's a man of his time, but anything that he says about women, I would take that with the largest grain of salt and chuck that over your shoulder because, I mean, we're all wrong about something. At least I can tell what he's wrong about, and at least if that's it, I mean, okay. But some of like the other stuff, very good. And like his observations about people and human nature are very spot on, except for women. But other than that, he's a very astute, is that the right word? Observer. And I like that about him. Mansfield Park by Jane Austen. Such a good book. I really liked the female character. You know, she was just true to herself. You know, she's quiet, you know, she's a submissive, she's an introvert, you know, but she's who she is, and like she stands in her own. She's not like, I don't know how to describe it, but you don't really see a lot of female characters like that, and it was really refreshing. Like, man. Okay, what was I saying? I just got interrupted. Our female main character, yes, that's right. I don't know. She was just nice and refreshing to read about. She wasn't this strong female character trying to be somebody who she wasn't or live up to some ideal. She was just her, you know? And I think there's a lot of women out there who just like to be, you know, a little hermit, like me, okay? I did see a little bit of myself in her, it's true. And maybe that's why I liked it. I don't know. You just don't read a lot of characters like that. And, like, nobody was telling her, you know, like, man up, you know? Nobody was telling her to be something she wasn't. Or to be somebody else to fit into society, you know? Like, she could just be her, and I liked it. What can I say? Okay, next. We have Dominion. How the Christian Revolution Remade the World by Tom Holland. Massive, chunky, little thicky. Not little, big thicky. Great book. I listened to the audiobook because it was so thick. And it was great. I mean, you just learned so much. And I don't know, it's just, there I go with my I don't knows. I think as we got like further to the end of the book, closer to present time, because it goes through the years, the centuries, the decades. So as we got closer to present day, the book was like, I was understanding more and more and more and more, like things are clicking. And the beginning was a little bit slow because it was so far back in time that I was like, I don't understand. But, you know, I learned, and it's a book that I want to read again, to be honest. All these books I want to read again. My favorites. I don't know what to say really more about this other than it's a history book. It's about Christianity and, you know, how it's influenced the world and where we are today, basically. How it all came about. And I tell you, there's something strange when I read histories like that. Like, suddenly you're aware that you're a part of time, and it's kind of freaky, you know? It's kind of like the feeling that, at least for me, when I get staring up at the sky, at the stars, and I'm like, whoa, like, I'm a part of this. Like, this is crazy. And so when I read history books, I get the same feeling. I don't know. Okay, let me do some honorable mentions. The Master and Margarita. Look at all these tabbies. I had a good time. I like the first part better than the second half, but I think I need to reread this, to be honest. I think it needs a reread. It was good. The devil is a very fanciful character, and I quite enjoyed him. It's very theatrical, and I thought it was a really good book. Very Russian. Another history. What Went Wrong by Bernard Lewis, and this is Western Impact and Middle Eastern Response. It's a short little book on the Middle East and like kind of where that divide happened. I'm not really caught up with like all the new things like in like with Dubai and stuff like that, all the massive like technological and push forward. I'm not caught up with all that, but as far as like back in time, kind of that divide of like how Europe started to advance but the Middle East wasn't. I don't know. So there's that. It's not really updated though, just so you're aware, but it is good. The Platonic Tradition by Peter Kreeft? No. Anyways, fantastic book on philosophy. I'll let you gander at the table of contents. Can you see? Anyways, I thought it was really good. It just kind of went over all the different kind of, what would you say, philosophies that kind of not merged, came out of kind of Plato philosophy. That's not a very good explanation. Anyways, if you want to know more about like philosophy and the Platonic tradition, it's right in the freaking title, then Western philosophy, then this would be a really good book for you to read, and I really enjoyed it. I actually want to reread it. Actually, I listened to it on audio. Now I want to reread it with my eyeballs. That's what I want to do. Okay, so those are the 3 honorable mentions. Well, bam. And then Domini, Beyond Good and Evil. Where? Aha. Zombies in Western Culture. The Sufferings of Young Werther. And finally, My Little Cutie, Mansfield Park. So, those are the books that I enjoyed the most in 2024. And too bad, I didn't have more, but honestly, those are pretty good. And I'm very happy with that. So, like I said, if you want to see like the 4 stars and below, and if you want to see the book that I really freaking hated, it's a philosophy book, if you can believe that. Philosophy is love and hate, love or hate. And, sometimes I just get really pissed off at reading other people's stupid thoughts. And not that I'm super smart, but, like, sometimes the things people say, and they think they sound so smart. And I understand why Nietzsche was just, like, so, like, the middle finger all the time in his writing. Like, knock it off. Get some help. And that kind of thing. Alright. See you in the next one. In the next video, I'm currently vlogging for day 8 of Bookmas. We're going to do a cozy reading vlog, which I have yet to begin. Priorities. I had to film and edit these because, I'm not always on top of my game. Anyways, so I will catch you in the next video. Like, subscribe. Sometimes I can't even stand myself. Sometimes it is what it is, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna go put these books away. You wanna see? Ridiculous, I tell you. Ridiculous. All right. Bye.